couple of weeks. Flavia, greetings. Keys is so fast. Yeah, I don't know why you can't beat him. My voice sounds hoarse. Yeah, the water was pretty cold today. There was a bunch of people in surfing in their full wetsuits, and then I'm paddling in right amongst them. But no, I'm not sick. I guess I haven't been talking, so I haven't noticed that I was hoarse because I haven't talked to anyone for a couple of hours. Which is the weird thing during the Varinus. You spend all this time in your house or in your yard, and there's no one else here. Lady Jerry is out running errands, and Fanula's in her room doing school, new hairstyle. I don't know. It's Friday, man. I just didn't even bother to get it together. Illinois went into mitigation level 3 of lockdown 2 minutes ago. You're pretty resilient. Well, Michael, I don't even know what mitigation level 3 is. It's 3. I can never, here in California, we've got colors. So I think we're on magenta right now. And then it turns to orange is the next one down from wherever we are. I can't, now I'm coughing. I sound hoarse. Ladies, Jerry's not here. God, I hope she hasn't left me. That would be sad. I don't even want to make a joke about that. That would be the worst Varinus of them all. Would hit me right in my Varinus. That works. Iowa State's leading the Big 12. I can't believe it, Keys. Iowa State, well, of course, when I was there, what was it? It was the Big 8. So they've added 4 more since then, and I think some Big 10 teams have gone into the Big 12. It's confusing. I'm going to see if I can reframe this shot a little bit. What's going on? What's going wrong here? Anyway, is that better? I can't tell. You're told toilet paper storages are starting again. Yeah, well, I saw Jen said that yesterday. I got to make a Costco run. Hey, Eddie, good to see you. I got to make a Costco run myself because we're getting dangerously low on toilet paper. We're down to, I think, 15 rolls. So I got to get out of the house. But I don't think we're on a shortage here in California, but I'll find that out later this week. I've ordered more checks from the bank. Those are here. It's pretty exciting that's going on. They called me today to say your checks are, you got to come down here and pick them up, or we're going to send them back to where we. Oh my God! Did they really add 4 more? Are they just saying it's 4 larger? I don't know what that's in reference to, Ed. But here in California, as you know, Ed, we've just gone to, we've got a 10 p.m. curfew. This is what's funny to me that Gavin Newsom has announced. We're going into, we've just had to, the numbers are too great. We're going into curfew mode, so there's a curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Now, you're going to have to tell me who's been out during the pandemic after 10 o'clock at night. I suppose, but I mean, we don't have in-restaurant dining in LA. Who's out sitting on the sidewalk at 11 o'clock at night drinking a beer? I don't think so. Anyway. Oh, Laura, yeah, you're staying in a hotel so you can stock up on the TP for at home. That's a good plan. That's how I used to get all my little tiny soaps. From there. The Big Ten has 14 teams. What happened? Flavia, yes, you're welcome. You're saying thank you for being here with us. It's not always easy. Yeah, it's not always. Well, it's easy because I'm usually within 50 feet of here, but it's not easy because sometimes I'm not 50 feet from here. It's the mental get ready to talk to the thing. Although, like I said, I'm not talking to anyone all day. So as I'm walking in here, I'm thinking, oh, I got to go do this. And then now that I'm talking, I'm like, oh, thank God. I have someone that I can talk to. I mean, Lady Jerry's great, but like I said, she's not here. And she's not always up for talking. There's a lot of times where you go in to talk to Lady Jerry, and she's busy ticky-tacky typing on her devices. Oh, so I'm doing this benefit for Grid LA. She's on the board. They provide low-income families with solar panels and installations so that people from South Central LA, for example, can get solar on their house. Their utility bills go to zero. They train people from those neighborhoods to become installers. It's a great cause, and I'm going to do a benefit for them that's going to be an online benefit. Tickets are kind of expensive, $50. It's going to be me talking to my friend Christella, but it's something that I'm going to do. It's not exactly stand-up, but it's not exactly not show business. like this. It's slightly more show business than this, although, dare I say, maybe not. So that's the thing that's going to happen, and I'll put the I'll put the message in the group chat and on the page as well once I have the ticket link for that, in case anybody wants to go. Bob, I don't know why they make me pick my checks up at the bank. I think it's some kind of security protocol, and it may be, I may have done this to myself in the past. Our bank has these crazy security things where you got to verify your ID. You get on the phone with them. They ask you if you've ever lived anywhere. I haven't lived in Tennessee since I was 15 years old, but they want to know the name of the street that I lived on in Tennessee, that kind of stuff. And so finally it was like, can you just send them to the bank? So I think I did this to myself, but I got to go get them at the bank. And they say they're going to return them if I don't pick them up on Monday. Lordy. Anyway, Keith, you've got a bidet, no toilet paper. I've been thinking about a bidet. I got on Instagram, I keep seeing those ads for the Tushy bidet, which I think is at the low end, pun intended, of the bidets. And I really feel like during the Varinus pandemic, maybe it's time to spend some of that retirement savings on a butt washer. So I may go to the plumbing supply store with Lady Jerry and shop for a fancy new toilet with a butt washer. Oh, that sounds like a good Saturday, doesn't it? So maybe that's in my future. So no toilet paper at Costco here in Northern California for the last 4 weeks. Ooh, wow. Wow, Ed, I'm a little bit freaked out that I'm going to go to Costco and they're not going to have toilet paper next week. Oh my. I'll figure it out. We've been saving newspaper. We've got plenty of, although you can't put that in the toilet. It's, just another thing we're going to have to figure out during the pandemic. Orange zone with 10 p.m. curfew by next Wednesday. We'll be back in full lockdown. Rich, oh, that sounds full lockdown. Yeah, the bidet is the name of a toilet contraption, Bob, not the dog. Laura loves tiny soaps. Yeah, they're great. Uma, you once stole a roll of toilet paper from your dentist's office. That's a power move. I have to say, during the pandemic, when I've been places and gone to the restroom, I thought, well, we could just steal the toilet paper. Hey, guess who's here, everybody?
Isn't it so funny? Because now I'm laughing at that as a welcoming salvo. And a month ago, I would have been like, "Oh God, Jerry,
welcome aboard."
Do you have to? That's so crass and low class.
It's just saying the Costco's out of toilet paper in Northern California till.
Oh God, I really want to show you the toilet paper I just bought, but I can't.
What do you mean? You just bought toilet paper?
Well, it's a stocking stuffer for you.
Okay.
So I can't really show it to you.
That's where we're at. That's where the Varinus is right now. We're buying each other toilet paper as a stocking stuffer.
Well,
I was just suggesting that maybe next week we could go to the plumbing place and pick out a nice new toilet with a fancy butt washer.
Oh, for Christmas to each other.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Here's a squirt of water.
Yeah. Well, some friends of ours last year, our good friends, she did get him a toilet / bidet, and he loves it. He loves his bidet. Well, and then I think they also got one for a friend. They got her sort of a toilet adapter, and she's pretty into that. So hello, Flavia. Hi.
Well, our friends who we were out to breakfast with the other day were talking about the Tushy, which is the one that Adam and Cass have, and that's just you can buy that for like
I know.
$50
And
clip
they're
it
the
right
ones where she gave him the bidet toilet last year. I mean, the one that opens up as you come towards it and lights go and it sings, hello, hello, I love you. Show me your bottom.
That's the one that they had at the hotel in Singapore. When I was in Singapore,
yeah,
you would get up to go in to use the toilet in the middle of the night, and a light comes on inside the bowl, and the seat opens up.
Yeah,
it's ready for you.
Yeah. So thanks, Laura. Yes, I have really grown in my relationship with the fart machine, and you're glad that you're here for the journey. Well, me too. I mean, if it wasn't witnessed, it wouldn't be really worth it, would it? I mean, if I didn't,
Facebook Live. Oh.
So I was going to say, I stayed in a hotel in Indonesia a couple of summers ago, and the same thing, super smart hotel, and the toilet sort of opening and the light on, and it didn't play hello. It didn't say hello, Belinda. I can't wait to see your bottom, but it was pretty.
That's what I usually say.
Yeah. I leave that to the expert on. Yeah. Anyway, so God, what a day! I've just done my Christmas shopping, everybody. That's it. It's done. I mean, there might be a little bit extra to do, but I like to get it over and done with. And there's a store that I love, and it has all things good. And man, if I got
all things good,
have I got you something you're going to like?
Joelle, I'm really excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited. I might go buy a bike later today.
Oh God! Well, do that. Get that for you for Christmas.
Get the Vinus bike.
Yeah, Merry Christmas from me to you.
I'm gonna outrun the pandemic.
I would like to get a bike as well, because then we can all go bike riding. Right now, I'm riding Fanula's bike because my bike.
Well, why don't we go down and see the place where we got her bike?
Yeah,
we could do that. How about that?
Todd's got the bidet attachment.
Put a bidet attachment in their bedroom toilet during the first lockdown. Still afraid to use it. The thing launches. Yeah, well, you can't judge it by what happens when you're not sitting on it. You have to sit on it and let it do its business.
Keys was once in a Buddhist temple, and he reached for something with the wrong hand. Yes, because you reach for it with your hand that you wiped your bottom with, that one, right? I remember people talking about being in India, and you've got the one hand for eating and the one hand for other things. And, if you are at the table and you're eating with the wrong hand, people they just about lose their lunch, because it's, they're so aghast. They don't realize that you're aghast that you think you can use a hand for the business of, so you haven't done that. And then so you feel free to eat with both hands, and they watch you and think you are some kind of... And
Uma's clarifying it was a Hindu temple, not a Buddhist temple.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, Buddhists are they're more laissez-faire with the hands.
So, do we have any plans for the weekend?
We do have some plans. Yeah, we've got our friends Guido and Kathleen coming over tomorrow, and it will just be straight from the front gate up onto the deck, and they're coming in the afternoon. And so we're going to do. I'm not going to do cucumber sandwiches. I said I'd just do snacks, but maybe I will make cucumber sandwiches now.
I think it's just a bag of chips and salsa,
Yeah,
store-bought guacamole.
And some delicious cheeses.
What one fear would you like to conquer?
Well, I don't want to conquer my fear of going on, what do you call those things, roller coasters, because I just hate them. I hate the whole idea of them. What's a fear?
I'm trying to think. Most of my fears at this age are rational, I think.
Yeah. Why would I want to conquer rationality?
By the age of 60, I don't feel like I've got too many irrational fears that I'm fighting.
Okay, I'm good to the end of the show. I've just moved my hike just a little bit, so that's good. As I saw, I was running a little late.
Oh, you've got your evening hike coming up.
I've got my hike at sunset with the lovely Jamie Tenzer. We're going to go. I imagine we're going to go down to the beach and look at people.
I've got another question.
Yeah,
for you.
ask me another.
But
I want want to think about the other one. Fears.
What fear would you like to
conquer?
Well,
the thing is, I'm not afraid of dying, so I don't have to conquer that.
And why would you say that you're not afraid of dying?
Because I'm not. Because it's a natural. It's going to happen, and I think that I'm.
Aren't you afraid of losing me and Fanula and all the things that you love and care about?
Oh well, shit! I'm not going to get over that fear. mean, come on, Jerry.
Oh,
I mean,
what a relief.
Within reason.
What a
I mean, my
relief.
God, if someone
What a
said, "Hey, your beautiful family are going to die tomorrow, but could you get over that fear?" I'd be like, "Fuck no!"
You're afraid that
I'd be
I'm
like-
going to die, but you're not afraid that you're
I'm
going to
not
die.
afraid of me dying, but and don't go too. If you could go early and leave me all on my lonesome for 10 or 15 years.
Strong like bull.
Yeah, you better be. And every day those polar bear swims you're taking there better make a difference, because I just think it would be so boring not to have you around. And I mean, who would I play grumpy wife at the end of the day with? If you were there for that special.
Well, it is nice to have a good round of grumpy wife at the end of the day. Nothing rounds out a Varinus week like a good night of grumpy wife.
No, it's a very short amount of time when you look at it in perspective of the whole day. Most of the day, I'm fun, I'm silly.
Every once in a while, we have some speed rounds of grumpy wife during the day.
Yeah, we do every now and then. But usually, I just leave it for. I do. Yeah, there can be some speed rounds, and I can get because I can get
Grumpy
very focused.
wife. What's your
on what I'm
favorite
doing.
game? Oh, I do like grumpy wife.
Well, I want to explain this because I know there are some other ladies who are going to relate to this. So I find that at the end of a long day, when I've given my all, to sort of all the things that I'm doing, and that's, everything that and then it's just this little bit at the end of the day, and I am absolutely pooped, and I don't have much I don't have much, I'm done. My quota of that, I have run the tank dry, and it's just better to let grumpy wife go to sleep.
So this is what Uma's in. Keys was saying he's got a fear of heights as he's gotten older. I'm always a bit,
Jake's got a fear of heights.
I don't like heights. We're in the midst of Swedish death cleaning, Uma says, where you get all your affairs in order and minimize the crap you own so your family doesn't have to deal with it when you're gone. Yeah, I'm for that. I feel like I've got a bit of that I'm trying to instigate here, but it's tricky because sometimes grumpy wife, sometimes you think you want to play Swedish death clean and your wife goes, nope, I'm countering Swedish death clean with grumpy wife.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've checked your rule book.
Oh, God.
But grumpy wife can put them.
She trumps everything. So here's the thing. Jake, I have been thinking about those VHS tapes of, over every acting job I ever did. You can put them in the recycling.
Oh.
You can, because we're not going to download them.
I wish you told me this on a Thursday so that they could be gone by now. Because now you got a week to change your mind. But I'm just not going to bring it up.
You're just going to put them in the recycling bin.
I'm going to be accommodating. I'm going to play accommodating husband for the rest of the week.
Yeah, you better, because I feel like I've just scored some major brownie points. The only thing that I would really like to have a tape of, I sent it to New Zealand once to try and be in some production in New Zealand, and then they said, well, we've got no money, so we'd like you to fly yourself here to be in this thing because blah, blah, blah. I won't tell you why they thought I was so great, but or why they thought I was great for the role. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. And then she said, but we don't have any money in the budget to fly you down. I'm like, sorry, while I laugh a little bit, I'm not coming. I'm not paying to fly down there to do, this job.
Brad said, oh, sorry. Or is that the end of that story, Jerry, or no?
Look, see, accommodating husband. Ooh, it's working.
Yeah.
I say I'll get rid of the box. He can get. How big is the box of VHS tapes? Is it? I mean, I feel like in comparison to all the shite that our daughter has under the house, I don't have that much stuff down there.
Well,
I'm about to take some boots down to the closet and get rid of those.
There's getting ready to be the exodus of the giant stuffed horses.
Oh God, yeah, those.
But,
they've got to go. We love Elizabeth, but when I saw her walking in the garden gate with this enormous white stuffed horse. You done with that story?
No, keep going. We've got a giant white stuffed horse with a bank logo on it. It was a promotion.
It was
thing
from Wells Fargo. And the thing is, when I saw her walk in the gate, I really, to this day, rue the fact that I did not run at her and say, take it away, because I knew how much Fanula would love it. And of course, she squealed with delight. And 20 years later, we still have that. Hello, Jen. Jen's here. We still have that horse.
Jake Keys is saying what's behind me may suggest a needed Swedish death cleaning. Yeah, Keys, I'm on it. And let me tell you something. This stuff here, this has already been. I've
You've already taken a first pass?
That's what survived the first pass. There's some stuff over there that still needs to be gone through, and then there's a whole area underneath this house over there. That's where the stuffed horses are.
Yeah, and I just need to say, looking around your officina, darling, I do not have as much memorabilia memorabilia.
Well, and some of this stuff is
as you
memorabilia
do.
of things that are not even memorable. But
Yeah, I think I gave you that Game of Thrones. What's that character's name?
that's
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah,
What was his
you
name
gave
in
me
the
that,
show?
and you gave me that one up there too, the Ned Stark, which I have
Oh.
to say those are things that I could part with. If we could find someone who was a Game of Thrones fan who wanted to purchase those for $38, that would be great. But
No, Jen?
I'm working on that. No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, well,
so-
Gary, tell your friend Gary.
Yeah, I'm going to. So Brad is saying spiders he was afraid of actually overcame it when he got into gardening, but then there was this huge spider in the cornfield when he was detasseling. Wow. Yeah, I'm not crazy about. I wouldn't say that I'm afraid of spiders, but those big-bodied insects where they've got a little squishy, gushy stuff inside. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm also at this age. I'm not really crazy about killing bugs anymore. I mean, not that I was ever some weirdo who loved killing bugs, but I didn't used to think twice about it. But now I'm not. I don't want to really.
I killed the
clean out
bugs that
a-
eat my garden. I just want to ask, so what kind of a gardener are you, Brad? Because I just want to say this, and if it rings a bell, you trying to say something else?
Well, I just like to ask a question to clarify your question.
Yeah.
Could you name 3 types of gardeners? Because when you say what type of gardener are you, I don't even understand
Yeah.
what you're trying to clarify.
Do you grow vegetables, or are you into plants?
flowers,
Because
or is it just yard gardening, like
gardening.
raking around your shrubberies?
No, I think he's a. So here's the thing. I was out in my garden today, and I was thinking, thank God for the garden and how much I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll post some pictures in the chat of the garden so you can have a look and see.
So here's another question.
See what
from
Grumpy
the-
Wife does
from
when she's
the
not being
viewers.
grumpy.
Is there a way to win the Grumpy Wife game? And I could
Do
say,
whatever the Grumpy
David,
Wife wants.
David, the best you can hope for in Grumpy Wife is a tie. You can't. The Grumpy Wife is always going to win, but you do have a chance to tie her.
She's not grumpy now.
Sometimes you get something for the next day. Pixas have almost every Letterman episode on VHS.
Jen's
Couldn't
gonna
afford to
buy
transfer
it.
to DVD. Oh well, that's nice. I've got the VHS tapes pick also, and then I've got this I've got this machine right under there that's got a VHS side by side by a DVD. But now I've got a wire plugged into the back of that, so I can convert VHS or DVD onto the hard drive. But the conversions that you get are a little fuzzy. But I mean, you
I
can.
can't believe that Carol had to take all her fantastic memorabilia outside of it. They made her take it home from her cubicle at work because they thought she had too much flair.
Well, it happens, Carol. As a person
Yeah.
who also has too much flair, I can tell you that most of the things that you've seen in here had a brief moment in the house, and they were requested to be evacuated to here, safer ground.
Oh, that's not true, actually. There were a lot of things that were just already straight in the office. It makes Grumpy Wife, it makes it sound like Grumpy Wife is very, intolerant, but she's not.
No, Grumpy Wife is one of the primary characteristics of the Grumpy Wife.
This is pre-grump.
If
This
you're
is
playing
pre-grump.
Grumpy Wife at home,
Pre-grump, guys, pre-grump.
one of the main things that you want to make clear to your Grumpy Wife is that she's very accommodating.
Yeah, number one tactic, guys. Hey, do you have any lip stuff? Because it's so dry out there.
I do, but I don't have them. I don't have them in here. Rich is
Oh
asking
God,
to see the fun
Dave
meter.
said divorce worked for him.
Reach
with
the
your
fun
grumpy
meter.
wife.
The fun meter's
Oh,
at maximum
yeah, it's
right
totally
now.
at maximum. Where's the marriage at though? The marriage I think is at a 9.99.
Yeah. Oh
99. You're not allowed to say 99 after the point.
yeah. 999.
Yeah, 999. Yeah, loving it. Loving this guy.
Uh,
Oh, did you see? I actually blocked with the one hand while I grabbed your peck with the other.
yeah.
So it
I'm
wasn't
glad you
X-rated.
said peck and not boob. Richard said he's
Yeah.
had plenty of great memorabilia sequestered to the man cave, so he knows what it feels
Okay.
like.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. It happens. I mean, I've got a crazy wall of photos in our walk-in closet, which, you couldn't really call a dressing room. It's really more of a walk-in closet.
Todd says it's Lady Grumpy Wife.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you. Oh,
All right, so are you?
Lady Grumpy Wife.
Yeah.
And what do we call you when you're being a bit of a, you know what?
Senior accommodato.
No, when you're the opposite of accommodato. When you're a dicko. Lord Dicko?
Contrary Jerry.
Contrary.
Lord Contrary Jerry.
Yes.
So
that would be funny. Oh, they have Keith and Uma have a grumpy dog.
Okay, this is. I'm going to have to detach for just a second.
Oh,
I'm
really?
enjoying it, but it's the weight of it.
Was I too heavy?
Yeah, it's too heavy.
Not very accommodating.
I've just got a little case of Uranus today.
Okay, ask me the question, and I'll try to be.
Now this? I think this particularly could be a good one for you. What was your grandmother's signature dish?
Oh, Jesus. My gran, who I absolutely love, my 101-year-old
It can't
grandmother.
be the asparagus frittata or whatever quiche that she made that.
No. Oh, no, the crustless quiche.
Prior to
disgusting.
Her,
no. The most hilarious thing that she made. She made this thing every time we had a family gathering. It would be, a roast chicken. And then she would make this orange, and I've told you guys about it before, orange jello, and it had grated carrot in it, pineapple lumps out of a can, and grated cheese, and it was disgusting. But I think,
wow.
You guys know I adore my 101-year-old grandmother.
Who would like to go over to Grandma's house for a disgusting dinner?
But when she started making the crustless quiche, I said, Gran, the best part of the quiche is the crust. That's why we like it. We like it, the eggy, gooey stuff on a crunchy, crispy crust. So I just do have to tell you, though, about my other grandmother. So Nana, who died quite a long time ago, when I suppose when I was in my 20s and I lived in New York, my mother told me on my answering machine, which is horrible, but Nana used to make this thing. She made toad in a hole, which is that disgusting, It's
not an actual toad.
No, it's not a toad. No, it's a sausage and eggs. It's like, oh God, sausage sort of, with egg cooked around it, and then the sausage. But luckily, I met my grandmother once. She did know how to cook, because there was a hilarious story about the first meal she cooked for my grandfather, and she thought, oh, well, I'll make him a Spanish omelette. That sounds, sort of, because my, grandfather was British and sort of, very sort of sophisticated and erudite.
Sophisticated. Something with an international flair.
Spanish
omelet.
A Spanish omelet.
So it's Spanish and French. Combined cultures.
So, but what she didn't know was that, of course, you had to cook the potatoes. They had to be cooked before you put them on the omelette. She just cut them up raw, threw them in the pan, and then whisked up the eggs and threw those in. And my grandfather very sweetly sort of crunched through every raw piece of potato, because, she was a new wife. She was useless in the kitchen, but he wanted to make her feel okay.
Tough night, the first night of the marriage.
Yeah, disgusting Spanish omelet. And you
bet he
think,
wore
God,
her
is this
out.
what
I bet he wore her out in the bedroom after that. All right, so
but that's it. Enough from me.
On a bad day, just Butterdicko, Jen is suggesting, or Butterdick Jerry, Lord Butterdicko.
There's one there. There's one here. Yeah. Tomio Arigato, Mr. Accommodato.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Lord Dicko t-shirt.
Dave's grandmother's signature dish was her stuffing that would work for 12 hours. Wow. Stuffing 12 hours. Wow.
Yeah.
She's in her 90s and started dropping her dentures into it.
Oh my God.
Wonderbar.
Stuffing soup with dentures. Oh.
Spaghetti sauce mafia style. Wow. I'm hoping that the neighbors are up for a pizza party tonight, because that's what I'd really like. All right.
Well, I'll leave that in your capable hands, and I'm going to go get ready for my...
Well, no, it's just...
we've got to seize the day.
We're done. We're seized the day.
Okay. Let's ask Mr.
Are we all looking forward to a big Thanksgiving week next week, Mr. Predicto?
The answer is no.
Mr. Predicto.
We're not looking forward to it, but we're going to get one anyway.
Mr. Predicto. Take that, you downer machino.
You tell him.
Mr.
You
Predicto.
tell him. You tell him.
Predicto.
You give him one.
Yeah.
So, today's Seize the Day is from Bruce Lee. If
He got his ass kicked by Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah, pretend Bruce Lee got his pretend ass kicked by Brad Pitt.
I loved
pretending
it.
to be a non-existent person.
Yeah, I loved it. I
yeah.
loved it. Well, did Brad Pitt take his shirt off? Is that why I loved it so much? No, I think he had his shirt on.
I don't know, Lady Jerry. I don't know why you loved it so much. Well, we liked the
was
movie, but
funny.
it was a bit long.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
my God, yeah. I mean, talk about, a little bit high on your own supply. I mean, I do like, Quentin Tarantino, enough. And, our nickname, Jerry, did come from Inglourious Bastard. So, okay, take it away, Jerry. I'm
All right.
really talking way
Bruce
too much.
Lee, if you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are no limits. There are only plateaus. And you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. You must go beyond. Let's go beyond your plateau. Except in Grumpy Wife. I like where you're at.
Yeah, don't take it up anymore.
Don't try and get grumpier.
No, it was quite funny last night. So Jake and I are in bed, and we're in bed with our 16-year-old. She's in bed with us because her friends are all going to bed early, and she needs someone to just be play silly buggers with. So she's in our bed, yelling her head off. She's really quite funny.
She won't stop.
She won't
go
stop.
to bed. She...
And it's actually really fun. And at one point, I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna pull your pajama pants off. What else did I say I was gonna do to her?
That sounds a bit naughty.
Oh,
I mean,
she had undies on underneath. No, I was going to kiss her to death. I mean, and she was down for staying. And I mean, she would not get out. And the problem was, last night, it wasn't Grumpy Wife. It was,
I was
Grumpy
because
Husband.
I got such a crap night's sleep the night before last.
And you just couldn't go with it.
But no, I needed her to go to bed. And this morning, so payback time, I wake her up for school. So this morning, I got in bed with her this morning. Got in bed with her.
Yeah.
And
Because we used to,
hassled her.
when they're little and you're allowed to get in bed with them and they want to get in bed with you. But, now she wants to be on the phone talking with her friends. But it was super sweet, I have to say. And hilarious because she was. Jesus. Saw that movie in the theatre and I may have said a little too loud, fuck you, Brad Pitt. Why, because it was long, Keys? Did you get mad at Brad because it was long?
Keys and I are maybe jealous of...
Yeah.
I'm holding up pretty well.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, I know, because Uma was sort of making low moaning noises beside you, especially when Brad Pitt reprised his role from Thelma and Louise and was on the roof without his shirt on, right? That's when Keys was about to want to say...
Let's just focus on our marriage. Let's not really kind of throw a bomb into someone else's marriage on the last show before the weekend, all right?
I don't think I'm throwing a bomb.
Yeah.
I just don't think I am.
Oh my God, I saw the Gap Band in New Orleans at Jazz Fest one year. The Gap Band, I dropped the bomb on you. It was, if you ever get a chance, the Gap Band, they're still bringing it. You got to go see them. Anyway, happy Friday, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. There's not going to be a Thanksgiving show next week. Don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. And now, a final word from Lady Jerry.
I just want to say, because Ed is telling us that he saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood at the ArcLight on Sunset. Highly, highly, highly appropriate, Ed. Nicely done. Okay. And, oh my God, Donald Trump Jr., the president's son, has tested positive for coronavirus.
Surprise!
Yeah, can you believe it? Yes.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah, and that's it. And one last little